What's up, guys, and welcome back. Today we're taking a look at a magician's everyday carry. Now, there are a lot of things in this video that I don't obviously carry with me all the time anywhere I go, especially now during the coronavirus pandemic, not carrying much on me. But if I were to carry stuff on me, these are the things. Again, I'm not carrying them at the same time, but these are the things that I would leave the house with. So we're gonna take a look at them, what they're for, where you can use them, how you can use them, and also where you can buy them. I'll leave the links below. Let's start unpacking my pockets. So for me, one of the most important things, obviously, as a magician is to have a deck of cards. These are the first playing cards. These are the ones that I rock on me all the time for a few reasons. But before we look at that, also a card case. So these card cases are from, I don't think these are available, these particular ones anymore, but these are from Dan and Dave. What they do is keep your box nice and tidy. They're aesthetically pleasing, and they also keep your deck from warping from having that annoying click. Now for the cards that I use, obviously I use my own cards, but I also use any deck that is in stack. Mnemonica is a certain order of cards that you're able to learn through lots and lots of practice. But then there are a plethora of magic tricks that can come from that. So that's what I rock in terms of cards, just a deck with stack, maybe a duplicate card in there, maybe a blank card. That's about it. Next, we're gonna look at Sharpies. So Sharpies are a magician's magic wand, if you will. So we use this for people to sign cards. We use them to vanish in many different ways. We can vanish them. That's just one use for a regular Sharpie. The Sharpies that I use, I have two on me at all times. A trick from Richard Sanders where you have a card prediction. So it says Sharpie here, and on the other side of the Sharpie, it says card prediction. So in this case, 6 of clubs. I have so many routines where I use this. This is super strong because it's a visual piece of magic that you can just shake and turn into the selected card or the thought of card, which is really cool. And they can be holding on to that the entire time. It also doubles as a normal Sharpie. So I like this a lot. The other Sharpie that I have is double cross. Double cross is an effect. You've probably seen this performed by many magicians. It's one of most magicians' go-to tricks where you write an X on your hand, you make it disappear and appear on the spectator's hand. Also a really cool trick. That is double cross. Next is probably something that I use more often than anything else, which is my cell phone. My screen's cracked here, happened in Vegas, but doesn't stop me from performing things with my phone. The things I use my phone for, there are many effects that you can purchase out there that are really strong. For those of you thinking that using a cell phone is fishy, part of me agrees with that, but also there are some really creative magicians out there who've come up with some apps that are absolutely mind-blowing and very fair. They use things that everybody has, whether it's your camera, your photos, your passcode, your calculator, your Google Maps. So things that are pretty organic with every cell phone that doesn't make it feel like an app. And those are things that I like. And Mark Kirstein has a lot of those really great apps. I won't get into them because I feel like if I talk about them, it's revealing them a little bit too much, but I'll leave you with the names Greg Rostami and Mark Kirstein, and you can do your own research. Another cool thing you can do, which doesn't require an app, is there's these thumb tips that you can buy. They have little lights on them. Now you see magicians like do this thing with the lights, right? And it's all it is, a thumb tip and a little light inside. You can get that on Amazon. You can get it pretty much anywhere. But you want the really bright ones, the ones that look like a camera flash. Now this doesn't look bright on camera, but it really is bright. What you can do is you can pair that with the light that's on your cell phone. So all I'm doing here is keeping my finger on the light button, and when I'm ready, I let go of that. Oh, I grabbed it from the wrong area. Put it back. So I keep my finger on, and as soon as I let go of my thumb, this light turns off, and then I press here. So boom, right? And then boom, back on. So kind of a cool effect you can just do if you're hanging out with friends. You're like, here, can you hold this? Actually, never mind. You know, I'm gonna throw it back in there. A lot of cool things that you can do with the light up thumb tip that I think is really cool, and just a fun little gag to have on you. Next up, I don't really wear watches anymore. I have an Apple Watch, and I have the Turner watch. This Turner watch is probably, if I were to wear a watch, I would wear this one because it's a really simplistic style of watch. It looks simple, looks like a regular watch, nothing digital about it. However, this is a very strong tool that you can use in mentalism routines where you can predict a time that the spectator names out loud. Many tricks that can be performed using this watch. So I will leave the link below to that. You guys can check it out for yourselves. One of my favorite things to have on me at all times, especially when performing close-up magic, is this. And all this is an arm from a pair of glasses. Normally I wouldn't have this brown one here, but it kind of matches the glasses that I have here. Normally this would be black, and you can go to the dollar store and just buy one and break it off and keep that in your pocket. So what you can do with this is you can take the spectator's glasses and you can actually make it look like you've broken off the arm of their glasses, which is very convincing, and to a lot of people very alarming and disturbing that you've just broken their glasses. And before they even know it, you can actually just place it right back on and hand that back out to them. That's a cool effect. Impromptu uses some other person's glasses, which is insane, and they're gonna freak out the second you break them. Also, sunglasses are just cool because there's a lot of things that you can do that just make you look cool. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that was cringe. We're looking at the Nest of Wallets. Now, the Nest of Wallets I've been using for years. This Nest of Wallets is insane. So there are no trap doors in these wallets whatsoever. The idea is you take a ring or a small item, you can actually have it vanish, and on the table the entire time is this wallet, and when you open it up, there's another wallet, open it up, another wallet, open it up, there's this, and this again has no holes in it, and their ring will be found on the inside. A miracle that is astounding and impossible to do under the circumstances and the timing that you're given, surrounded by people. So something that requires definitely a lot of practice and sleight of hand and misdirection. However, the effect is really, really strong. Nick Einhorn is the guy. My bad. Nick Einhorn, Nest of Wallets, love it. Next is Svenpad. I'm just gonna leave it at that. This is Svenpad. It allows you to write things on it and force literally anything that you want to do. Mentalists use this all the time. I use it if I want to force a random word or an object onto someone without them really knowing. So this Svenpad is something, and these come in Post-it notes. They come in large books and smaller books. I like the pocket size. It just fits in your pocket and you can rock it when you go out. Pocket rocket. Okay. This is a cool credit card. I think it's called Kreditka. It's by this Russian guy that I met in Blackpool, Nazar, and it's a cool effect. I'm not sure if he's released it or if he is releasing it, but I think it's really cool. Something you can carry natively in your wallet without any suspicion whatsoever, because you get two of the cards. One of the cards is literally just a credit card with numbers on it. You can show that to them. Before they know it, you can switch it out and give them this one and tell them to hold on to it. And this is one that says your card is the Ace of Hearts. So a prediction on a credit card. Cool about that is that it's actually like physical. They can touch it, they can feel it, they can examine this all they want. Another thing here is branded by Tim Toronto. Branded, something I've been using for years. It just pops on your lighter and it makes it look like you burnt a blister on your hand, and that blister turns out to be a predicted card. Really cool effect. It doesn't get old and people still scream because it feels like you've really if you really sell it well, it feels like you really burnt yourself for the spectator. A bit crazy, but it works. One thing here that I'll try to carry around with me is just 2 rubber bands. Rubber bands can be used in so many different ways. There's so many different things that you can do with them, whether that's just, you know, putting it up your nose, or doing crazy man's handcuffs, or you know, putting a ring on it. There's so many different things that you can do with this. One fun setup that I like to do is this here. So Lee, hold your hand out. I got my rubber band here. Put your hand on top of mine, just like this, and 1, 2, 3, and now it's around Lee's hand, impossibly. So lots of cool things that you can do with a simple rubber band. You don't have to walk around with 50 of them on your hand and restrict the circulation to the point where you're walking around with a stranger's hand on your hand. You just have 1 or 2. Joe Rindfleisch has the best rubber bands in the game that'll last you a long time, and that are the perfect flexibility and have the perfect tension, and they're like oiled, so they like slide well. Anyways, I'll link those below. Definitely get those if you're looking to do some rubber band magic. Rings. This is a coin ring that you can buy off eBay. I think 30 or 40 bucks, and they're like coins that are smushed into rings. So do what you will with that information, but you can also just use them for simple magic tricks. I do probably about half a dozen coin ring tricks in my sort of walk around routine and in my everyday sort of social interactions. I can do about half a dozen very comfortably, depending on what the situation is. I can be either borrowed, but if they don't have one, I will use mine. So always cool to just bang out a little trick with something that's on you that doesn't feel too contrived. You know what I mean? And I think that about wraps it up. I think that's all the items that we've presented today. Let me know what you think. Also, give me a list of like 5 items that you would carry on you at all times in the comments below. I'd love to see the differences between magicians and maybe even non-magicians, see what you guys are rocking in your pockets. So guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Do leave a like if you enjoyed it and if this was at all helpful. Guys, I know I don't post a lot of magic videos just because there's so much out there right now that I don't want to teach something that someone else is already doing on their channel or whatnot. But when I have these cool ideas, I love to share them with you. So let me know if you like this by leaving a like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Peace.